Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the likes of KOPESKORNER. Stoked to be here to talk about some UFC 287 going down this weekend. We got Israel Adesanya versus Michelle Pereira 2. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. My man, Mr. B, will be the co-host for tonight, as always. And first and foremost, we'd like to thank the sponsors of the show. First sponsor we'd like to thank the show is Melon Brand Hats. It's MELIN. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald, one of the co-founders, he dreamed up in high school. He'd always talked about how we have a hat line unlike anything you've ever seen. Different patterns, really cool details, waterproof materials. They just dropped this gum collection. Shout out to all the skaters out there. It's going to be a limited drop, and they'll never be dropped again. So all their stuff just separates yourself from the pack, and really, really can't thank them enough for letting me sport and support. My boy Brandon Sua from Sua Law Group is one of the best practitioners there is when it comes to family law, criminal law, and personal injury. I've had to use him with criminal stuff as well as my brother, and also had to do a personal injury case with my Harley that he got me a hefty sum. And then if you have any baby mama drama and she's harassing you, really, really good stuff for him to help you there. But my man, Mr. B, the MMA guys in the house as the co-host. How you doing, my dude?
What's happening, man? It's been a while.
Oh,
I'm
man,
good, though.
I know, right? It felt like it was a treat, not just for them, but for us, just starting up the show right now. I was slacking and lacking a little bit in the sense, but just there's so many fucking UFC cards. It just gets watered down, and I got a little bit busy in the last week, so with there being not as much UFC, definitely still like to throw down our bets and do our thing. And it's not we're not here because we're losing, or we're not here because we lost. We're busy. We don't get paid like a ton of money or money at all right now, so we're just kind of just pushing through, doing the damn thing. What's up, Emmanuel? Appreciate you being here.
What's happening, dude?
Haven't seen you in the house in a while, but always appreciate your support. But yeah, man, I love being here with you, Mr. B. How's your family doing over there from the BX?
Everybody's good, man. Everybody's good. The kids got off. I'm surprised, man. Their vacation started early.
All right.
So yeah.
I felt like they were chinsing them on days like years ago, and all of a sudden they got like 2 weeks or more.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell is this? They went on a trip Wednesday. No school today, no school yesterday, and they got the whole next week off. I'm like, come on, man. This is crazy.
Well, nothing was better than when we were kids and we had spring break. We got to hang out with your cousins, your friends, have sleepovers. Back in the days, we were playing Super Nintendo. I was just like, yeah, let's fucking play some Mario Kart, bro.
Yeah.
Emmanuel says, me too, been busy doing my grind. Yeah, same thing, man. And like
Lent
I said,
season, yes, definitely was.
Happy Lent season, all you Catholics out there. I'm Catholic, but to the Christians as well, for Easter weekend, and so he'll be risen on Sunday, Saturday night, if you want to get technical, but it is what it is. Really, really can't wait to watch my kids do an Easter egg hunt and give them their baskets and do all whatnot. But the reason why we are here is because we want to talk about mixed martial arts and the UFC 287 going down this weekend between Israel Adesanya versus Michelle Pereira. It is going to be absolutely spectacular. But the first fight of the night is between Sam Hughes versus Jacqueline Amorium. And I feel like this Jacqueline Amorium is going to be a little bit more impressive. Not a lot of people I feel like are going to know about her, but she's got a really, really slick ground game. She's 6-0, 27 years old, 5'3", with a 67.5-inch reach. Like I said, her BJJ game is sick. She's number 2 fighter out of the Southwest, number 20 out of Brazil, number 18 out of all the active fighters in the United States, and number 2 out of Oklahoma. She trains at American Top Team, one of the best camps that there is, so you really, really know that she's prepared. She last fought in LFA 142, and she won by armbar round 1, and the LFA 125, she won by knee bar round 1. Punches round 1 and LFA 110. I mean, this girl gets down and dirty, man. She literally has no losses on her record other than a grappling loss in the IBJJF, which could happen to anyone in a no-gi championship. I'm really high on this chick here. We got Sam Hughes. We call him Sam Page. She's 7-5, 30 years old, 5'5", 64.5-inch reach. She's on a 1-fight losing streak. She fights at a Fortis MMA, which is a respectable camp as well. I'm not super impressed with Sam Hughes. I can't like point to one detail of her game that I could tell you that she's spectacular at. I might be just a hater. I have been at times, but she last fought Pereira Rodriguez at UFC Fight Night. She lost a unanimous decision, and that girl was a newcomer, much like this girl, undefeated as well. She beat Elise Reed, elbows from Mountain round 3. That's Elise Reed. I don't care about that. Estela Nunez, majority decision. I don't even know if Estela Nunez is here anymore. But then she lost to Luana Pernero, lost to Loma Lookboom, Tisha Torres. I mean, she has a lot of red flags on her record in Ellsby. Right now, the odds makers, crazily, I thought Sam Page would probably be the favorite in the sense, but they are obviously very high on Jacqueline as well as I am. I'm going with Jacqueline here. I think she subs Sam Hughes or gets a decision win, but I think she could actually sub her because Sam Hughes is vulnerable to being sub. But negative 270 for the favorite, plus 220 comeback for Sam Hughes. I'm going Jacqueline, the newcomer B, and I don't do it often.
Boy, I like this matchup. This is a good matchup for the debuting my fault. Entering. Yeah, Jacqueline, yes. I've seen Jacqueline fight a little bit. She's the one who was the last strawweight champ. Yeah, she won the strawweight championship. The girl got skills, but the girl got heart more than anything. Now Sam Hughes is really skilled. She's skilled, but she's not like she doesn't have a one like big major skill set that makes her stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Interim has a nasty submission game. She also has a couple wins that she got done with some strikes. Her strikes are improving, but her bread and butter is her jiu-jitsu game. She's also pretty strong too. She bullied up Laveth Young, and if you guys never seen Laveth, I recommend you go look her up because that girl's huge for 115. And she roughed her up and beat her down, man.
Round one.
Roughed her up, yeah. Got a knee bar on her. There's a couple other girls she's pretty much roughed up and kind of beat up on, But she's quick with her submission skills. Now for Sam Hughes has to play the pressure game, and she doesn't quite play the pressure game pretty well. It's a lot of I'm trying to strike with you, then I'm going to get with you. I'm going to try to use takedowns. I'm going to try to use a lot of clinch in between. She kind of reads the room kind of wrong as well. And I didn't like the way she got bullied by Rodriguez, her last fight out. I'm going to take Interim. My fault. Yeah. Amarim, my fault. I keep saying Interim.
It's a weird name, bro. Hey, you know me, I'll butcher him up. I'll butcher him up.
Take Amarim. My fault is Amarim. So I'm gonna take Amarim as well. Okay. I think she gets this done with a nice slick submission. Ooh. I don't think Sam Hughes could protect herself from the submission game.
Okay,
she got submitted by our other girl too. So
wow. That. Hey, she wins by submission is plus 150 right now, B.
Ooh,
plus 120 plus 120 at the worst across all books. I see a plus 150, plus 145, plus 125, plus 120. I kind of like that, B. I know it's a little wild to bust it on a girl, but fuck, I really think she subs her.
Hey, Demopoulos managed to.
I know.
Demopoulos managed to sub her. I wouldn't. And the way she grapples is pretty good. So
since it's degenerate, I mean, it's a little bit degenerate because we don't like to do women's MMA often. It's a new girl, but I really feel her at the plus 145. So I'm gonna throw down half a unit. We'll throw down $50 at the plus 145 number. Just to have some fun. Since I talked some shit and I said some shit, I'm gonna back my shit with the $50 bill. What up, bro? What up, Ted Hicks? I love you, my dude. Haven't seen you in so long. Kick your bad, motherfucking professional fisherman out of Kansas City, Missouri, my dude. But yeah, man, I'm glad that we both agree there because when we both agree, then I really got to back my shit. The next fight of the night, you get a breakdown first. It's between Steve Garcia takes on Shaylin Nerdenbeck.
Yes, Shaylin Nerdenbeck. Now, we're gonna be doing something a little different. We're gonna use. I'm over here using something I ain't used. I've been kind of slacking on using it, but I'm gonna use it. The UFC stats website. On Twitter there's a
did they update it?
UFC stats account. Huh?
Did they update it? Why are you using that?
It's updated, but it gives you a good measure of it does the matchups, but it also does the stances and a couple of the other stuff.
Okay.
So it was just for me to get my stuff together. So I could get a good side by side comparison more so. Because if you try to look for it on the UFC account, or sometimes you try to look for it on a Tapology account, you can't quite find things to compare and contrast as well. So I use the UFC stats joint, and I stumbled on it during the week, during the time we was off. So I was looking through it.
Well, I'm a sucker for stats too, and if it's easily like says Orthodox and Southpaw has their camps listed, all that stuff is really useful information, as well as their records. I know people say it's only on paper. You can't just go off paper. A lot of times for red flags, you can go off paper. I can see red flags on paper all the time, huh, B?
Yeah.
So
yes, you can.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. No, you're absolutely right. You can read them pretty well, Mike. Yes, you can. It's wild.
Hey, when I don't even know the fighters, I admit to it sometimes. Like I'm pretty good with all of them, but when I don't know them, I'll straight up tell you, I didn't fucking study this motherfucker. But I'm gonna show you if I was just having to pick and go through their records and go through their what they're good at. I'm pretty good at fucking calling it without knowing it, which I don't recommend. I've also been watching UFC since UFC 1 with my brother and my dad. So I mean, take that for what it is. And I also love jiu-jitsu and wrestling. But either way, I love fucking breaking it down with you, B. Sometimes blind is crazy because we call them.
Yeah, that's true. We do call them shits blind, which has been really it's gone really good for us when we call them blind.
It's wild, bro.
But let's check this out, man. So we got Steve Garcia, right? All right, Steve Garcia was at 155. He dropped to 145. Represent Jackson Wink, 30 years old. On a currently one fight win streak. Has a freestyle wrestling background. 6 foot tall, 73-inch reach. Yeah.
He's a big
10
dude.
wins by KO TKO. He got knocked out once. We remember that. That was against Mahashate. He got submitted once. And he got 3 wins by decision and 3 losses by decision. So last fight he fought Chase Hooper. He dogged Chase Hooper. We thought that Chase Hooper was going to get him. Nah. He got Chase Hooper bad.
Yeah, buddy.
I think that was the worst we seen Chase Hooper ever get beat up.
I loved it.
Ever.
Loved it.
That was bad, man.
He learned a lesson. That day. He's a nice kid. He's a nice kid. But this ain't.
But you got to turn it up. Yeah.
Not a nice sport. Vicious.
Yeah, man. For real. He lost against Mahashate. And before that, he beat Charlie Altaveros. Poor Charlie Altaveros. That dude can't get a chance at all. He beat him with ground and pound. Before that, he lost to Luis Pena, unanimous decision. He beat Jose Mariscal. Dude Garcia could wrestle. Garcia got a lot of heart. Garcia had decent power at 155. He has pretty decent cardio. But it seems that he carries a pretty since he's moved down. Well, we only got to see him against Hooper though. But he carries a pretty decent level of power. Like his power kind of shined. He's going up against Shayleon Nerdanbeki. Now, we remember Nerdanbeki, 39-10, 28 years old, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach, representing China top team, 3-fight win streak. Why do we remember him? Because the last time he fought, that's what blew the roof off of Gambling Gate.
Yeah, that's right.
19 wins by knockout or TKO. Yep, two losses by KO TKO, 10 wins by submission, 6 losses by submission, 10 wins by decision, 2 losses by decision. He beat Derek Minner with elbows in a minute 10 of round 1. Beat TJ Brown by unanimous decision because TJ Brown, for some odd reason, doesn't understand how to wrestle at the time. He beat Sean Soriano by unanimous decision because he out hustled Sean Soriano. Sean Soriano, another person who wrestled when he shouldn't have wrestled. He lost to Count Kulibao. So that was his 3 wins. Nerden Becky has okay cardio. I didn't know how good Nerden Becky could wrestle. Yeah. Nerden Becky got powerful hands. He got heavy hands. That's a heavy handed dude. Yeah. He got good cardio and really good top position. He's heavy when he gets on top of you. Just whether he either gets the full-on takedown when he's in your guard, or if he's like on the side control, or if he's just riding, when you get back, when you got your opponent's back, and you're pretty much just riding that out. Yeah, he can control you that format as well. Really a high level of control, high level cardio, pretty damn good chin too. I'm going to take Nerden Becky here. Nerden Becky's running a 3-fight win streak. I think Nerden Becky will get this. I think Garcia is good, but I think sometimes Garcia gets sloppy. And then Nerden Becky will be able to take advantage of it. So I'll take Nerden Becky.
I agree. You broke that down great, man. Steve Garcia, you pointed out the 2 red flags that he has, and you know that I absolutely just don't like when you've been submitted or you've been knocked out. And I know you can say blah blah blah, Mike, you're an asshole. It's fucking MMA. They're gonna get knocked out, beat up at some point. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not betting on the guy that has been knocked out or subbed before. I do not like to be on that train. So with Nerden Becky, I really besides the size difference, that's the only thing that just concerns me. B, does that concern you at all? But we don't. Like, size means nothing. Size means nothing really. But I just want to know. That's the only red flag I have. Is I'm like, is this fucking dorky Steve dude gonna fucking somehow pull this off? But he's very weird when he stands. He's very hittable. He makes decisions that I just don't agree with, and he lands himself to be clipped. And that's why I think that Nerden Becky has this. And so because of that, I'm literally going to throw down 1.8 units on Shaylin Nerden Becky to do the damn thing versus Steve Garcia. I know he's a little bit smaller of a fighter, but I do not believe that Steve Garcia is about that life in the end. He's been silenced before by KO, TKO, and subbed. And I feel like Shaylin, people are sleeping on him. Even the wrestling, I think he could put down Steve Garcia on his back and even sub him. I know that's wild. That no one's thinking that, but I'm going more towards the KO TKO. But I really do believe that Shaylin is the better athlete all around mixed martial artist. So I gotta go with my flow and bet on him like G.I. Joe. The next fight is between Trey Ogden takes on Ignacio Barahom Diaz. This one is good. This one's a weird one here. I don't have a lot of other than the Latin American of Ignacio. that's really all the I don't have any dog.
Mike, your mic?
My stupid ass touched it when I talked with my hands. Yeah. Goddamn East Coaster. I swear I'm from the West Coast over here, but I talk with my hands. I'm all fucking slapping shit. I'll be at the dinner table knocking over drinks and shit while we're fucking hanging out. It's like, bro, how you so professional, confident, and then clumsy sometimes? So crazy. You crazy. You so crazy. So either way, so I was going with Ignacio. The thing that I like on the most is that he's Latin because I'm Mexican. So and he is really athletic. He's big for this fight. 6'3" versus 5'11", 75.5-inch reach for 72 for Trey Ogden. Man, let's see. Let's go to Ignacio. How's he been winning? The last fights for Ignacio. Zhu Rong, tough ass fucking dude. Round 3, got him in a Bravo choke, which is fucking gangster. Roosevelt Roberts, who had a high ceiling that a lot of people were real high on. smoked him wheel kick round 3. John McDessie, veteran of the game, he lost a split decision. That's where he learned. I feel like he learned a lot. And then you had like Trey Ogden, Samurai Ghost, 16-5, 33 years old, a lot smaller than his counterpart. Fights out of Kansas City, Missouri. So shout out to those bad motherfuckers over there cooking barbecue, because I'll eat the shit out of barbecue from all over the South. But he last took on Daniel Zellhuber. He won a unanimous decision. Yep. Daniel Zellhuber, I don't know who the fuck that is. It feels like that's a guy to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I have no clue who that dude is. So then Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King, he lost to split decision. Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about Jordan right now. JJ, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He beat him by arm triangle choke. I'm just not a big fan of Trey Ogden. So I'm going to Ignacio. I think he smokes Trey Ogden into the ground, makes fucking barbecue out of him like us Latins like to do. What do you say, B?
This is a quite a bit of an interesting matchup. I'm going to take Bahamondes Ignacio over Ogden. Now, while Trey Ogden has done okay for himself somewhat, he did lose to Jordan Levitt. It was a close matchup. Not a lot of ground stuff, a lot of stand-up stuff. He kind of let Levitt outstrike him a little bit there and control him just slightly. Against Zellhuber, he beat Zellhuber. Zellhuber was a big favorite. He lost. Zellhuber kind of had the reach advantage, the size advantage, but was hesitant to strike. That's not going to be the case against Ignacio.
Oh, no.
Ignacio's in your face 24/7, nonstop. Crazy cardio, crazy output, insane reach, and some hellacious power, man.
And he's big. He's going to be, 3 inches bigger, bro?
Yeah. 3 inches bigger.
3 inches.
3 inches.
You know motherfucker lied about his stats over there. That
motherfucker. 4-inch height advantage. Fucking 3-inch reach advantage. Yo, this is crazy. And naturally, his output is crazy. You see his fight. You seen his fight with McDessie. What the fuck? Like, yo, that shit was crazy.
And he's young. He was young and stupid then, bro.
Yeah. And think about that shit. You beat Zoo wrong with a 3rd round, and that fight was nuts.
That was nuts. Zoo's a tough motherfucker with heavy hands.
Exactly. Roosevelt Roberts was a back and forth until you put the pace on him, and then you could have beat him on the points. You knocked him out for no reason. Then fucking you fought McDessie in your debut, and that shit was crazy. And don't forget what you done in the Contender Series, kid. I'm taking Ignacio. I'm gonna run with that. Ogden's gonna make it a somewhat of a interesting fight, a competitive fight, because he likes to be in it. But I take Ignacio. I think Ignacio is just gonna fucking put on a wave of violence on that man. It's gonna be all gone, man.
I agree, man. I wish he was like -200, -180, -220 at most. I could fire on something like that. But like I said, no skin in the game. Don't care other than.
Let me tell you, if there's a prop based on volume, try to put your money on that volume prop or some shit.
You definitely want, if you got DraftKings, you want to have someone like that in your lineup.
Yeah, your parlay. Yes.
So, yes. But the next fight of the night should be a good one between 2 Latin ladies. We got Cynthia Calvillo takes on Lupita Godinez. You got to break that down first.
Yes. First off, the weigh-ins. Woo. Cynthia Calvillo. Yo, let me tell you something. Cynthia Calvillo and Christian Rodriguez were the last 2 to weigh in. And I thought Cynthia Calvillo would be the one to miss weight. No, it wasn't. It was Christian. Cynthia came in at a lean 115, man. I think it was 115 or 115 and a half. But yeah, man, up against Lupita Godinez. 2 fighters repping Mexico, Mexican descent, Latin descent, man. Cynthia Calvillo been in the UFC for quite a bit. She got her big wins, man. Some hard losses too, though. Been floating back and forth, so she's back here at 115. So we talking about 35 years old, 64-inch reach, 5'4", represents San Jose. I forgot what gym she's training out of now, but she got 2 wins by TKO, 3 by submission, 4 by decision, 2 losses by KO TKO, and 3 by decision. Currently riding a 4-fight losing streak. She's literally 1-5 in her last. No. We are 1-4. 1-4.
It's bad.
Yeah,
It's so
1-4
bad.
in her last 5 fights.
And
She
Dana,
beat Jessica I, and she never won since.
remember when Dana had his arm around her like he was fucking his next Ronda Rousey? He was probably hitting.
Yeah, he brought her up. He thought she was gonna be the one.
You know, Dana was hitting that shit.
Yo, Chukagian beat her up. Andrade stopped her with the TKO. Andrea Lee beat her up to the point where she didn't want to come out the stool. That was life-altering right there. That's a life-altering decision. When you get beat to the point where...
We bet KGB Lee then.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We said she can't do it, and she quit. And then Nina Ansaroff made her return and won on the split decision.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Nina Nunes now.
I think we got plus money on Nina. I think we got plus money on Nina.
Yeah,
Nunes.
We have plus money on Nina too
because something close like that.
Yeah, it was her first fight back and all that. Yeah, man.
After the baby, right?
Yeah,
that's right. Yep. We hit
Cynthia Calvillo.
We hit that.
Good jiu-jitsu. Her stand-up is okay. Her jiu-jitsu is strong. But it's whether or not she can implement her jiu-jitsu, man. That's always the big problem. She could jab well. She has a nice jab. She likes to sometimes extend on that jab a little bit. I wish she could put some power strikes behind the jab, though, and work and throw combinations, but she doesn't do that a lot.
No combos.
She mainly tries to use that to either keep distance away and try to pick off with little push kicks and the leg kicks, or she will use it to get inside and attempt to get a takedown or a tie-up. Against Lupita, you can't play that game. Lupita Godinez, boy. Whoo, we like Lupi on this side.
Let's go.
Lupita Godinez, 8-3, man, 29 years old, 5'2".
Remember when I told you it was when it's sometimes the battle of the butts? Lupi's got the better butt, and I'm picking Lupita. She got those crab cakes that we all love to see.
I like Lupi. Lupi's cool, man. She got 2 wins by submission, 6 by decision. She's never been knocked out or submitted. Only 3 losses by decision. Her last fight, she lost unanimously against Angela Hill. But she beat Ariane Carnelosi, which is a tough test. But she handled Ariane Carnelosi. And Loma Lubonmi, too.
Dude, I don't want to be mean right now, but Carnelosi's so gross.
Carnelosi's a giant. She's a tiny giant. That girl big.
Buzz's
and everybody says she on PEDs. Everybody says she on the PEDs.
Remember Home Alone? He's like, Buzz's girlfriend. Woof. That's Carnelosi.
But yo, she lost to Luana Carolina, but she submitted Silvana Gomez Juarez. Other than that, man, yo, Lupita's a big time wrestler. Her sisters are wrestlers. She has she's also learned boxing. Her boxing game is pretty good. She keeps tight combinations. Sometimes she gets a little too aggressive and gets tagged up, but she wears it pretty well. Before she's gotten knocked down a bit, but she, as I said, she gets back up, wears it very well. Never puts herself in a really in bad positions mostly. A lot of tying up, a lot of draining. She plays a serious grind out game. If she manages to get a submission, she'll attack the submission. But she's just tough. She's heavy duty, man. I think Lupita's ground game, her wrestling, will be able to nullify Cynthia Calvillo's jiu-jitsu. I also think that her hands are better than Cynthia's. I think she will find a way to land on Cynthia and probably close out, possibly with a finish. If not the finish, and this rise to a decision. Either way, I'm going to take Lupita Godinez on this one.
I'm rolling the same exact way. I wish it was bettable. It's a little too much for me to be. I do believe in her 100%. So if you're some rich motherfucker, got a big old dick, gonna flex his balls this weekend, you put your fucking money on Lupita Godinez and she's gonna fucking drop trout and cash you a motherfucking bet. But I don't recommend it in the sense of always betting negative 295, negative 300. Right now, she's at negative 300. So if you're not familiar with negative 300 or odds in Vegas, negative 300 means that you need to put $300 to make 100 extra dollars in profit. So, like I said, you rich motherfuckers out there, got a big dick, think you're all that, drop fucking trout. Lupita Godinez, easy fucking money. She's gonna work Rihanna style all over the fucking octagon. Cynthia Calvillo ain't gonna know what the fuck hit her because she's so fucking strong. She's gonna intimidate her way too much. I could see Cynthia Calvillo on her back looking mighty whack. And so with that said, going with Lupita Godinez to absolutely dominate. But that's gonna be a great fight between two Mexican Chicanas, but even though only one's got a Mexican flag next to their name, and that's Lupita Godinez, bitches. Next fight of the night is between Carl Williams takes on Chase Sherman. What the fuck are we talking about these motherfuckers for at all? Carl Williams, maybe I could talk about him. Why is Chase Sherman here still? What has he done?
Chase Sherman was supposed to fight Beast Boy.
Chase Sherman is a goddamn he's a goddamn paid punching bag. And I don't mean to be mean, but if you're a professional and getting your ass kicked, if you have 27 fights and you fucking lost 11 of them, it's not looking good. The last 5, he's lost 4 of them. And now Chase Sherman has been put up to fight a fucking monster and a guy named Carl Williams, who's 8-1, 33 years young, and that's not that young, but still younger than me, so it's still young, slinging big dick all night long. Still, this dude fights at ATT Atlanta, fucking knocking motherfuckers out. He's actually more decisions, but I'm hyping him up. But last 3 fights, he's got 1 knockout of the last 3. But I just don't like Chase Sherman, so that's why you can obviously see me hyping this dude up. I think that, okay, let's just be honest right now. Okay, I don't like Chase Sherman, so this is where you're just getting me being a dick. So let's just stop for a second. Let's just stop being a dick for a second, Mike. Real Mike, just for respect and professionalism. Let's just not be a dick. All right. You don't be mean to Chase Sherman. Okay. All right. Now. Okay, Chase Sherman's got a really good chance here versus this guy, Carl Williams, only because experience. He has a shit ton of experience on his resume that I could see. That's kind of scary. And I don't like the newcomer versus the veteran B. I don't like heavyweight fights in general. This guy's lost 1 time by choke, but Chase Sherman's lost 11 times by fucking a million fucking things. So I tried my best to be nice to Chase Sherman. Carl Williams is going to whoop his fucking ass and make him have nightmares about black shadows and chaos. What do you say, B?
Shit. I wish I could disagree with you.
Oh, I
gotta agree with you.
Hey,
however, wait up. Okay. Wait up. Wait, before we start, I gotta throw it out there. This all depends. On if Chase Sherman defends the takedowns.
Oh, okay.
That's what it all comes down to. Is going to come down to this. This one, people, if you're going to bet, you might have to live bet this one. Because, and that's even risky in itself. I say that because
I guess
when
so.
Williams made his debut,
yeah, because if Williams
against
gasses
Bresky,
round 1, you're right. Because round 2, you might get odds, right?
yeah, you might.
You might.
He got a lot of takedowns against Lucas Bresky. Bresky managed to get up from a lot of those takedowns. A lot of those takedowns. The problem is Lucas Bresky and Chase Sherman got two different hearts, man. Chase Sherman, if Chase Sherman's in a bad spot, most of the time Chase Sherman just stays in the bad spot. That's the thing I don't like when Chase Sherman's fighting. If he defends the takedowns, if he's motivated to defend the takedowns and put work, then he gets it. But if Carl Williams is just going to keep wrestling him and just keeping that positioning, because even then, Carl Williams looked bad. He gassed in the second. In that second round, he was fucked up.
Oh, so look,
but he came back.
This is why we need you, because I just don't like Chase Sherman. And so because of that, I'm not betting this. I don't give a fuck about this fight. But this is why it's important. So now, after hearing you be, my red flags on Carl Williams when I was trying to be nice are kind of scary. They're kind of scary. Chase Sherman could beat him. It could be the most boring decision we've ever seen.
If Sherman manages to wear off these takedowns, but he has to wear off the takedowns, as in if he has to fight those takedowns, if he gets taken down, he has to fight back up. He has to keep fighting back up. If he can keep doing that shit, Carl's going to be down in that second round. If Carl doesn't know how to pace himself, he may get beat up by Chase. But then that depends if Chase is willing to push it when the time comes. Because we've seen Chase not push it and just leave the shit alone and lose fights because he don't want to be active. He's second guessing himself on pulling the trigger. So it was like, bruh, this is a fight where it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
I would not touch this thing with my dick or yours.
If you want to bet it, you bet it. But just think about what I told y'all. Just think about it. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Carl Williams could easily probably walk in here and just steamroll Chase Sherman.
He could.
But then there's the possibility of Chase Sherman just going in there and eating this man's soul.
So what I like, if you want to get crazy, round 1, if you bet Carl Williams for knockout KO or just round 1 period, I think that could make you some money. That could happen. But like Mr. B says, and like my nice side of me said, the experience factor. How many decision wins did fucking Mr. Carl Williams have? Be a lot. Now,
yes, he does.
Now, Chase Sherman, with a lot of experience, could push him to that decision limit. So we've talked enough about a fight that none of us give a fuck about. But I think that I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm gonna go Carl Williams because I talked a lot of shit. But the good side of me says that the veteran with Chase Sherman, he could maybe get a decision, squeak by. He could make some money, but I would never bet that. I don't know. What do you say, B?
Boy, it's either or. I'm gonna tell you honestly, man. It's either or. I'm gonna fuck. I would say Chase Sherman.
I can't say Chase Sherman
has such
I don't want to say Chase Sherman. It's like a girl don't want to put that guy's dick in her mouth. I don't want that dick in my mouth. I don't want it.
All right, take Carl Williams. Take Carl Williams.
No,
we'll take Carl Williams. We'll take Carl Williams. Carl Williams is out of ATT, right? We'll say Carl Williams. We'll say they established the proper game plan for Chase Sherman.
They had to.
They go in there and they ride the wave and they get the win. A casual, calm decision. If they manage to go in there and blitz them, then first round, finish within the first 2 rounds, I'll say. We'll say Carl Williams.
Yeah,
Take Carl Williams.
I agree, and I want to shout out the motherfuckers who've been liking and reacting. We got Max Zambrano, we got Fernando Lira, Clarence Westby, and my boy Danny Conte. Appreciate you guys all liking and showing hearts over there. And then we got a bunch of you guys here live. Love, appreciate. Please like, subscribe, and support the show because you know how we go. We go crazy in this bitch. Next fight of the night is between Gerald Mersharp. It's GM3 takes on Joseph Piper B, and you get to break that down first.
Yes. Fuck.
This is interesting.
There we go.
B. This is interesting.
Yes, this is. The 10-2 Joseph Piper versus the 35-15 Gerald Meerschaert. Now, Gerald Meerschaert is a longtime representative of Rufus Sport, GM3. Now chilling with Aguilar Combative Systems. Has a 1-fight win streak. 35 years old. 6'1" with the 77.5 inch reach. 6-1 TKO. Got technically knocked out 3 times. 27 wins by submission. Only been submitted 8 times. 2 wins by decision, 4 losses by decision. And his win streak is currently he's on a 4-1 so far. He beat Bruno Silva's last fight out. Submitted him with a guillotine choke, round 3. That was crazy.
Impressive. It was impressive.
Yes, very impressive. He lost to Krzysztof Jotko. Boy, how much I hate Krzysztof Jotko. And last week in the PFL made me hate him even more because that man showed up to the PFL and fights the same way he fights in the UFC.
Wow.
Did not change anything.
Disappointment.
So, other than that, GM3 beat Dustin Stoltzfus. That was a pretty cool win. He also beat Mahmoud Muradov. I did not see that coming. I also gave him his props there. He liked my tweet that time. And Bartosz Fabinski, he caught him with a submission. Nasty submission, son of a bitch. His striking is a little iffy though, but he has a slow pace. He has like this slow, methodic way of striking. But sometimes when he puts things together in combination, they work for him. But when he's nasty with his submissions though. When he gets position, he works. So either he's gonna ground and pound you, or he's gonna just keep knocking you until you leave something open where he can get the submission. That's what I like about GM3. But he's going up against Body Bags Joseph Piper, who's 10-2, 26 years old, 6'2" with the 75-inch reach, currently riding a 3-fight win streak, representing PA, Pennsylvania.
Let's go.
And seems to be on the good side of Dana White, man. 7 wins by KO, TKO, 2 wins by submission. He's been technically knocked out or knocked out once and submitted once. 1 win by decision. He's being Eric Anders. Well, he beat Eric Anders in grappling, my fault. But before that, he beat Alan Abadovsky. Knocked him out with the right cross. That was nasty. Ozzy Diaz, he fought in the Contender Series. That was pretty cool. He beat that dude up. Left hook and ground strikes. Austin Trotman beat that dude with a nasty right hook in CFFC in the second round. Knockout. He lost to Dustin Stoltzfus. Yes, this was during 2020. Stoltzfus picked him up and dropped him. Dude tried to break the fall and ended up just annihilating his whole elbow. That shit is one of the most nastiest injuries you'll see on DWCS, I think, so far. Or ever. Yeah. Ever. Because that shit was gross. Joseph Piper, good boxing. He's out of PA. They got nice boxing out there. You know, they do their thing like Rocky Balboa, yo. But his boxing and his footwork is pretty good. His how he keeps range is pretty good. When he looks to close shit up though for the wrestling or the takedowns to get submissions, he does well. I don't know. He just has a sense for finding the chin, either for finding the chin or finding the submission, because he gets it done. He gets it done, and he does it really calm, really cool, man. I like his composure in the cage there, and he's going to need to keep that against a guy like GM3 who could be really tricky in certain situations if you're going to try to go and get a takedown on him, so scramble or some shit like that. You know what I mean? He's gonna handle this on the feet. This is not gonna be no game on playing with the ground. GM3 is gonna try to take this to the ground. I think Pfeiffer's gonna try to keep this on the feet. And if the case is to keep it on the feet, then this is a Pfeiffer game. If this gets mixed up to the ground, though, then this is a GM3 type fight. With that said, I'm gonna take Pfeiffer. I'm gonna ride with Pfeiffer on this one.
I agree, B man. I mean, and like
it's rough. It's rough. If GM3 gets this one, oh shit. But I'm gonna take Pfeiffer because
I'll never doubt him again. I'll never doubt him again if he gets this one. But the problem is his striking is sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks. And he's very hittable. Yeah. And we saw Kazmat, who doesn't even have striking, knock him fucking out. And so I got to go with Joseph Pfeiffer all day. Right now, odds makers have him at the negative 200 favorite, plus 170 comeback for GM3. GM3's got a submission chance, yes. But yes, I feel like he's going to get absolutely negated and just fucking wrecked by punches down the middle. Joseph Pfeiffer's just striking is way better than GM3's grappling is over Pfeiffer's. Do you agree, B?
Yeah.
So either way, with that one said, me and Mr. B both got Joseph Pfeiffer to do the damn thing. The next fight of the night is between the karate hottie Michelle Waterson Gomez takes on Luana Pinheiro. And man, I love me some karate hottie. And if you go and look at her body, you know exactly why. All right. Both 37 years old, talking about me and her, the karate hottie. 29 years old for Luana Pinheiro. Right now, karate hottie's 5'3", 5'4" for Luana. 62-inch reach for 62-inch reaches for Luana. This is going to be a tough bout for karate hottie, even though I do love her. She's got a ton of experience, has all the things that you would like to talk about good, especially her body. But this girl, Luana, is 10-1. She's 29 years young, 5'4", 62-inch reach. She last took on Sam Page. She won a unanimous decision. Randa Marcos, she won by a legal up kick round 1. So I don't know what the fuck that. I don't even remember that one. But
yeah, I remember that.
This girl's just a finisher, man. Punches, chokes. She can do it all. She just doesn't have the experience factor that I would like to see to be like, oh, she could beat Michelle Waterson. She definitely has a very good chance. She's plus 170 or negative 170 for Luana, plus 170, plus 145. Fucking can't read from this far. Plus 145 for Michelle Waterson as the underdog. Man, the experience factor for Michelle Waterson is what really makes me weary, B. I want to say Luana could win this, and she should win this. She's younger. She has the better base. But man, I haven't seen her fight the fire. I haven't seen her be forged. I don't know what she's made of in the sense like fully. So I got to go on the limb, and I'm gonna pick the karate hottie, not just because I want the body, but I think that she could possibly edge out a decision win here, and show this girl what it's like in the upper echelon of the sport. Not betting it, but I gotta back the veteran versus the newcomer, and don't recommend betting it at all. What do you say, B?
Mine going with the karate hottie.
Hey, I might be horny. Wow. I don't know. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Because I got the same pick here, man. I'm going with the karate hottie Michelle Waterson here, dog.
There we go.
I was kind of sitting here thinking about this for a little bit. I've been thinking about this all week, since last week. So they kind of announced this fight. And it kind of goes with the same thing that you said about the experience. But there's things that also I'm in this for. And it's the fact that regardless of how you feel about Michelle Waterson is a dog when it comes to these fights, man. She is a dog, bro. Like, think about it. Michelle. I'm gonna take Michelle.
Hey, my boy Derek right
Because
here is over there cooking dinner with my wife, my lady, and my kids. You better not have had the
yeah.
phone on right there, fool.
But yo, I love it. Michelle Waterson, she's a dog, man. I know Luana Pinero. She's a fast girl. She's very quick on the feet. She rushes. She throws blitzes. Um, oh, she throws blitzes. She has she's good with her takedowns. She got all right jujitsu. But I feel Michelle Waterson's been through the ringer, man. She's fought the best of the best in the division. Um, she's you know what I mean. She's grizzly. She could turn up the output. I love when she starts switching up and using her taekwondo stance because I love how her kicks throw. When she throws
Hey,
her kicks,
I
they
like when
come
she
at a
throws her
different
kicks.
angle.
I like when she throws her kicks too, B, because when she steps, she puts that little back leg back, and the butt cheek is real tight, and you can
Yeah,
see
it's
them.
out there. It's just
Ah,
it's out there.
oh,
It pops.
oh. Hey, a woman's inner thigh or like the back butt cheek, like god damn.
Michelle Waterson probably got some of the best quads in
Oh,
in in women's MMA.
for
Yo.
that
Her
size,
quad muscles are insane.
she's like an ant size, but like per size, Michelle Waterson's butt cheeks, she per capita is fire. Just fucking dude, you can
But
I
yo,
imagine. Hey, her husband's eating sushi off the butt cheeks, bro. I would be eating sushi off the
this
butt
guy,
cheeks,
this
dude.
guy.
Put some wasabi in there.
Oh my god.
Tune into Cope's Corner and watch me get
Yes,
kicked off
sir.
YouTube.
Exactly. But yo, I'm gonna take her, man. Michelle Waterson. We're gonna ride with that, man. She's good with her takedown. She's good. She had a good mix-up game. I like her striking a lot. When she gets aggressive, she really puts it out there. Man, we're gonna take Waterson. I think Waterson's due for a W. Let's get a W for Waterson, y'all.
Let's go. I'm glad that you agree because that means I'm not. I just don't like her butt cheeks, but she's also a great athlete. So there we got a great thing going right there. Make sure you tune into that fight because the butt cheeks will be all right. Next fight of the night is
My
between Kelvin.
guy.
Hey, you know what I did? Hey, so who said white people can't rhyme? You know what I mean? I'm like a little
Ah!
Eminem, I'm like a little 8 Mile Eminem over here in Simi Valley, white trash
Oh
capital of the world.
shit.
Hey, just
Oh
saying. He
shit.
comes 8 miles, trailer park, Simi Valley, Joe Dirt, trailer park. Just saying. Don't say we all live in trailer parks. Just saying that could happen. Next fight of the night is Kelvin Gastelum takes on our boy Chris Curtis. B, you get to break that down first. This is gonna be
Shit.
a good one.
Okay.
This is gonna be
I
wild.
feel bad. I'm torn about this one, dog. My boy Kelvin hasn't gotten a win in so long. I feel
Dude,
so bad, man.
hey, Kelvin's like that guy who hasn't got pussy in like 4 years, and like, damn, this dude really needs some pussy. This dude really needs a win. He don't
Yeah, he
need
needs a
pussy.
win.
He needs a goddamn W.
17-8, man. 31 years old. 5'9" with the 71.5-inch reach, man. Representing this Yuma United Mixed Martial Arts in Yuma, Arizona, man. Currently riding a 2-fight losing streak. He's training out there with Cejudo and them. So we see what's going on. 5-fight win streak. Five wins by KO TKO. He's never got beaten by KO TKO. He's been sub twice. 5 wins by submission. He's won 6 by decision and lost 6 by decision. But he's been 1-5 in his last 6 fights. Since he lost to Israel Adesanya, things have looked bad. He only beat Ian Heinisch, but Jared Cannonier beat him. Jared Cannonier sunned him. Robert Whitaker sunned him. Ian Heinisch he beat. Jack Hermanson caught him with that heel hook when he never needed to put his foot there. He put his whole leg there and got caught. Why? I don't know. Darren Till beat him back in 244. We know that. And then he had that epic fight with Israel Adesanya. Yeah. Kelvin got good wrestling. Kelvin's wrestling is really fucking good, man. I remember the welterweight fights. He was showing it off. He showed off his nice little killer combinations. I think Kelvin really needs to go to 170 though, man. But he's trying his best. But he's going up against the action man Chris Curtis, who is 30-9, 35 years old, 5'10", with the 75.5 reach, representing Cincinnati, Ohio. Representing that team, Extreme Couture, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Yo, 15 wins by knockout or technical knockout. Only been knocked out once, and we actually know who knocked him out. It was Ray Cooper III back during the PFL finals.
With heavy hands.
That's what happened.
Heavy hands.
He got 3 wins by submission, only been submitted once. 12 wins by decision, 7 losses by decision. And he is many and just one. That's it. Just one. After losing to Ray Cooper III with that knockout, he beat Darren Smith Jr., he beat Kyle Stewart, he beat one more. I'll skip. He made that debut. He beat up Phil Hawes, knocked him out in round 1. He fought Brendan Allen and knocked him out in round 1. Rodolfo Vieira, he completely embarrassed, stuffed 20-something takedowns, like 15 plus takedowns, stuffed all of them and pummeled that man. Lost to Jack Hermanson, but came back and knocked out Joaquin Buckley. Clowned that man. Yo, Chris Curtis got hands. It's just a matter of timing. He times you down, he lines you up, and he catches you. He tends to catch almost anybody if he lines you up the right way. Good boxing fundamentals.
Hey, B, 1 second.
No.
Hey,
good defense.
1 second, B. You're cutting out for a second. I don't know. Hey, Miss. It says Mac King. You're from the Netherlands. I appreciate you tuning in. The fights are at 3 p.m. tomorrow for you, B? No, 3 p.m. for me, Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
yes, but I don't know what that's time in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I don't. He's gonna have to do that for himself. But Mr. King, if you could translate the time from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to your time in the Netherlands, that's when the fights are. And Mr. Benz Os, the links. If you follow Mr. B tomorrow on Twitter. And follow him on was OK Live B. You could follow you could watch the fights with Mr. B as well. Sorry, B.
Oh yeah, so shit, that's 12. Oh shit, that's an 18-hour difference.
So is that later or is that earlier? Or how's that work?
I think 12 p.m. Saturday, 6 p.m. Saturday in the Netherlands is 12 p.m. Saturday in New York.
Holy shit. Yeah. So King, like I said, you're familiar with
so that means it will be like midnight where you're at.
Okay.
I think that's midnight. Yeah.
It'll be
about midnight Saturday. Yeah, midnight Saturday.
Okay.
Midnight Saturday where you're at. It's tomorrow.
It's crazy. Where are these questions coming from, B? It's wild.
Saturday. Tomorrow's the fight.
Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the USA. That is when the fights go down. So that is for you guys. I don't know exactly because I don't know where you are, but you guys know where you are, and I'm sure that you know East Coast Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern for the prelims. 10 p.m. Eastern for the main card. So if you're trying to catch all the fights, you got to tune in at 6 p.m. If you're trying to just catch the main card fights, then you got to be at 10 p.m. Eastern. Which if it's 10 p.m. Eastern, that 10 p.m. Eastern and so it'd be like,
bro, look at all these places. West Africa. Shout out to Humble Malcolm X fucking Giggy. I don't care. I love this shit. I love seeing people from all over the world.
Well, that's dope. That's dope.
Dude, just
so
like my boy.
So you gotta hit that. So you gotta do that Google switch up time.
Okay. But yeah, sorry.
You got to go on Tapology, see the time there, and then switch it up.
So who you got between that Chris Curtis and Ghost Gastelum?
Damn, man. I want to see Gastelum win. I think Gastelum probably get it. But I'm gonna take Chris Curtis, man. I'm gonna take Chris Curtis. I gotta be real with it, man.
I love Chris.
I don't want to quit on Kelvin, man, but Kelvin gotta go down, man. He gotta go to 170, yo. He gotta go to 170. The strength is not translating. The skill difference is not translating. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, Gambia? Day.
Bro, look at these. Look at this is wild. This
Zimbabwe.
Is wild, bro. Like all these people. Pisan. I appreciate all you guys. I don't care where you're from. It's freaking awesome.
But then again, you gotta remember, man. Izzy's fighting, man.
Yeah,
Izzy, dog.
I know.
Izzy out of New Zealand.
It's touching all over. It's touching all over the world, and it should.
Yeah,
it touches
that's what I like, man.
Yeah, really cool. Because B, you're from Ghana, right? Your family?
Guyana. But I have Ghanaian family members.
You hear the fucking white boy? Did you guys hear the white boy disrespect how to say his fucking family's name? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's Guyana, but yeah, I have Ghanaian relatives. I have Ghanaian relatives.
Yeah, so obviously Mr.
Ghana,
B,
West Africa.
Being the host of the show, we absolutely love African bloodline. Any of you guys, we love white people too. I don't Mexican, Chinese, Japanese. I don't give a fuck. We just like good vibes. But it's just funny it's crazy to see us touching from them that far. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's always dope to see that, man.
Yeah.
And have you guys come through.
Mr. B right here is from the BX New York, so that's why we do the damn thing. I'm from California, so
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Really, really cool, B. Like I said, we've never been on a show together and seen this many South Africans and people from different countries.
Word, man.
So
let's go.
Back to business. So who did you say you have in that?
I'm taking Chris Curtis.
Okay.
I feel bad for Kelvin. If Kelvin wins, I'll be happy. I won't lie. But I'm gonna take Chris Curtis, man.
Yeah.
Then Chris Curtis is gonna go in there and beat up Kelvin. I wish Kelvin would just be committed to 170, man. But I'm gonna take Curtis.
I agree, B, and it's just absolutely I love Chris Curtis. I like his jiu-jitsu. I know a lot of people who train with him. Dude's tough as fuck when it comes to the jiu-jitsu side, the wrestling, and he's tough as fuck just in general. Calvin Gastelum, he's been here, he's done that, he's been doing so much. I just don't feel like his heart is all there in 100%. But with this one, Chris Curtis is the underdog, plus 120. I think I got to throw down the $100. I'm gonna throw down $100, one unit on Chris Curtis to upset Kelvin Gastelum and show them that there's a new wave of fighters in the UFC. The next fight of the night is between Raul Rosa Jr. takes on Christian Rodriguez.
Main card stuff, y'all.
Let's go, baby. Christian Rodriguez calls himself C-Rod. He's 8-1. He's 25 years young, 5'7", 71-inch reaches on a one-fight win streak. Fights out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He last took on Joshua Weems. He won by Anaconda choke round 1, UFC Fight Night. Jonathan Pierce, he lost unanimous decision. McIntosh, he beat by a verbal something, must have been tapped round 1. I don't like his experience factor that they got against him versus Rosa Jr. already right off the bat. I look at his record. So he beat the guy who's 10-2, impressive. Then he lost to a guy who's 11-4, so with the guy that had some experience. Then he beat a guy who's 19-36, 5-1, 4-2, 2-0. It's very iffy and whiffy. But Raul Rosas Jr., I believe, is the youngest UFC fighter ever, right, B?
Yes, correct.
7-0, 5'9", 67.5-inch reach, fighting out of Mexico from Santa Rosa, California, though, where he lives now. Jay Perrin, he won by rear naked choke round 1 last time. Then a unanimous decision, KO TKO. Both these guys actually, I think there's a lot of hype on Rosa Jr. It might be a little bit too much, might not be warranted enough. I don't think that Rosa Jr. is that good. -270 plus 220 for Christian Rodriguez. I got to go dog or pass here. And I got to say, because of the experience factor, Rosa, there's no experience factor. No one has more experience than the other. Both of them are fucking young kids. Anything can happen in this fight, and the odds makers don't have that line that anything could happen in this fight, and they're disrespecting the other guy. So I have to go dog or pass. I'm not betting this. I know everyone's high on Rosa Jr., but I'm not. I don't see enough for me to be so high.
No bet.
B, what do you say?
No bet. Yeah, we just started Espinoza. So Christian Rodriguez, things to take in. Christian Rodriguez missed weight. He came in at 137.5. That's one thing to take in. 2, Christian Rodriguez is a kickboxer. Comes out of Rufus Sport. Good, flashy guy. Nice kicks. Nice strikes. Somewhat fluid, somewhat hesitant in his fights. He's good though. He's pretty good for where he's at. He's pretty good. They gave him some decent opponents. He's never been knocked out or submitted. But the thing that rings into my head, rings into my ear horribly, is his fight against Jonathan Pierce. He came in, he fought in the Contender Series. He missed weight there. They put him in on a late notice against Jonathan Pierce, and he got handled. He got handled very, very effortlessly. I have no doubt in my mind Raul Rosas does the same thing. The thing is that we haven't really seen Raul Rosas take a clean hit yet.
Exactly.
Or get pressured into any type of striking type of exchange, really.
Or powered, or adversity.
Yeah, or powered or overpowered or anything. On a clear pick, just by what I've seen out of the two of them, and the commitment, I'll say Rosas.
Okay.
I'll take Rosas as a pick.
I respect that.
As a bet, though, this one is, do what you think you want to do, man.
Hey, this is a
you want to do.
I feel like it's a parlay buster type of bet, B.
It could be. It could be. But if Raul Rosas if Raul Rosas goes in there and does to Christian Rodriguez what he did to Jay Perring and what he did to Homeboy, how he got his ticket on the Contender Series, then fuck. He's going to get a submission win. If he ends up just wrestling this motherfucker, this is not going to decision. He's going to get a finish. He's going to get either a TKO or a submission finish. I will tell you that right now. This is going to a finish. There's no decision here. This is a finish, straight up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna pick Raul Rosas. Is that a bet? If you want to put him on your bet, put him on a parlay. Put him on a 2-man parlay. Put him on that, a 2-man parlay. But don't make it like a 6-man parlay or some shit. If you want to, you can. But yeah, don't bet it. Don't put it on a crazy bet. Put him on a parlay though.
Don't recommend a lot of big parlays, but if you're gonna do a
2-man parlay.
Yeah,
put them on a 2 or 3-man parlay.
Over a 3-man parlay, it's just you're risking a lot, and man, I've been burnt in the past. But either way, next fight of the night is between Kevin Holland takes on Santiago Ponzinibbio, the Argentinian savage. You're gonna break that down first, B.
Oh, cool, man. So we got Kevin Holland and Santiago Ponzinibbio on this card. We gotta pull up things because that's a good thing to do because we're on the main card here. Oh, shit. That is crazy. Wow. Really? I swear to God, I thought Kevin Holland had a number next to his name. Pons doesn't. That's fucking nuts. Okay. So we got 170, man.
I thought
we got Kevin Holland, 23-9, correct? The Trailblazer, 23-9. This will be his 3rd fight, I think it is, or 4th at welterweight. Travis Duda, BJJ. Yeah, this will be his 5th fight. Oh shit. Yeah, man. So yeah, he fought. Okay, last fight, he fought Stephen Thompson, headliner on the UFC Fight Night card. I think that was Orlando. Yeah, him and Stephen Thompson had a hell of a banger. Stephen Thompson showed us that even though he's up there in the 40s, that he's not somebody to make mess with. Stephen Thompson gave him the hands after Kevin Holland he kicked Kevin Holland and broke his hand. Before that, Hamza Chimaev wrestled him up and then caught him in a Darce choke. Before that, though, he beat Tim Means, caught him in a Darce choke. Alex Oliveira, he beat up Alex Oliveira. Poor Cowboy Oliveira. He keeps getting his tucker swooped. But that was the last fight before Alex Oliveira left, man. He went. Kevin Holland, been training, black belt in the Travis Lutter, if I remember correctly. Was trying to get his wrestling game up, so we don't know how really solid the wrestling game is, but his striking game is pretty damn smooth, man. He got some really good kickboxing going on. He likes to use his range pretty well. I thought about that 30 years old and 6'3" and 81-inch reach. 81-inch reach as a welterweight. God damn, y'all. He's hitting. He's hitting. And I think, man, his striking is going to be very, very necessary here. Because he's going up against the former top 15, also former somewhere top 10 at one point. Santiago Ponzinibbio, aka the Argentine Dagger, who's 29-6, 36 years old, 6 foot tall with the 73-inch reach. 8-inch reach discrepancy, folks. Represent American top team. Jesus Christ. 16 wins by KO TKO, 3 losses by KO TKO. 6 wins by submission, never been submitted. 7 wins by decision, 3 losses by decision. Where his last fight, he beat Alex Morono. After that crazy couple of rounds there, he knocked him with an overhand right, put him down, put him away. Before that, he lost to Michel Pereira by split decision. Talk about that. Michel Pereira is going to be fighting Wonderboy Thompson soon this year. Be on the lookout for that. Jeff Neal, he fought to a split decision. Epic fight between the two. He beat Miguel Baeza by split decision, and Li Jingliang was the beginning of his series of unfortunate events as Li Jingliang knocked him out with the first round left.
Every time you say Jingling, I hear like Jingling. You know, on Life, the movie Life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they were singing
Jingling. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac, motherfucker.
Yes, indeed, man. But yo, this fight is gonna do a lot. Is gonna have a lot to do with just inches. Santiago Ponzinibbio has to time Kevin Holland and counterattack. This is gonna be based on counters and footwork. I don't know about how Pons has to move. He has to move, he has to step, he has to get his lateral movement going, because if not, Kevin Holland's gonna time him and land with the range. And Holland gets really aggressive, especially when he throws those front kicks. He likes to throw the occasional front kick to the body or rise it up to the head. He likes to throw the occasional head kick, but he likes to throw the nasty jabs. He will jab you up in order to land his right hand. And boy, oh boy, he got a colossal, powerful right hand, man. Yo, when Holland got a skinny frame, but when he throws his shots are crazy. Yeah. But we also got to think about the fact that Santiago Ponzinibbio has a killer right hand of his own, and he likes to line up when he throws it with the
BJJ black belt.
Yeah, he has his BJJ black belt. He has the occasional. We haven't seen him go for many takedowns. I would like to see a little bit of that from him, because Kevin Holland doesn't necessarily defend takedowns as well as we like to see him do so. I think Pons will try to mix up the BJJ a little bit, but since they're in Florida, he'll probably try to throw hands. But I see him trying to get the movement, trying to box up a little bit and tag on Holland. I want to see Pons get this W, but I think Kevin Holland's going to get this W.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that because Kevin Holland's movement is pretty damn good, especially if he's catching the rhythm. And I think he can box up Pons enough to where if Pons manages to attempt the takedown, he defends it well enough.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that, him getting back up and continuing the action, and him possibly getting the W here. I will take Kevin Holland.
Yeah, as much as I like the veteran in this spot here, I just Kevin Holland's so unorthodox, so wild, so unruly, such a joker card when you're trying to play poker. Just
Yeah.
different. It's different. There's obviously no joker in poker, fuckers. I'm just saying he's totally different than fucking the cards that you're playing. And so Kevin Holland, I don't know. I just feel like this kid is so fucking spunky, so ready to go, so wild, so fucking freaky. 3-inch height advantage or 3-inch height advantage. The reach advantage is fucking 8 inches for Kevin Holland. I gotta go Kevin Holland all fucking day. This is his spotlight. This is his time to shine. If he fucks this up, this is his fuck up. He's never gonna be the same fighter again. But I really feel like this is a chance for him to showcase himself. He's a lot of fun. He is a character, and we are going to see that. But I'm going Kevin Holland the same as you, B. The next fight of the night is between Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. This is going to be a fucking absolute treat to watch. The boxing of Rob Font. I mean, you could say the boxing of Yanez, but the kicks mixed in with Yanez's boxing is so fucking beautiful. It's crazy. I'm gonna have a real hard time with this bout here. Right now, so like I said, it's almost like I love them equally. I could say good things about both them equally. Maybe Font's straight boxing is better, but the kicks of Yanez are better. Yanez is a little younger, not a little younger, 6 years younger. And it's like, and so I have the rule. I like the veteran versus the newer guy. Right now, the odds makers kind of have Font disrespected plus 152, negative 180 for Yanez, even though I do like the kid. I'm feeling that Rob Font's boxing, his athleticism, his wrestling, his takedown defense, his everything is being disrespected a little bit, B. The only thing I don't like is the kicks of Yanez are so gangster. But I'm going fucking Rob Font here, the underdog, B. I just can't see why I would go against that when Yanez has had a hard time with guys with less experience. It's a tough one.
Right now.
It's a very tough one.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I could watch this fight and then go to sleep for the rest of the night
and be happy.
During UFC and be happy and be content with what's going on. That's how happy I am that this fight's being made.
Yeah, world class.
Rob Font is a representative of he was born in Florida and he lives in Massachusetts. So it's returning home.
Hey, and you motherfuckers know Mr. B loves him some fucking Boston, and he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He's from fucking New York.
Yeah.
God that's damn
true. That's true. Adrian Yanez is a terror since he's come to the UFC. And a lot of people, he's being up people, but some people point out a couple of the hiccups. Only the hiccup with him and Davey Grant. But respectfully, Davey Grant, yeah, he's a badass. You know what I mean? Tough out for anybody, But yeah, he's beating up a lot of guys that they called him Mini Masvidal when he showed up. And good footwork, nasty boxing combinations. He likes to throw a little bit of his legs. When he throws his legs, you got to be wary of his hands. That's the one thing with the boxers. You're so worried about the hands when they start throwing legs. You're like, oh, shit, he got kicks? No, hands again. Yanez could throw hands. Rob Font could throw hands. Yeah. Rob Font got a proficient jab that I love a lot. I love his jab because he puts it out there just like a Max Holloway type jab. He has pop in his jab. That's the thing. He got pop in his jab. And he works very well behind it where he will jab, throw the hooks, throw a hook combination, end it with an uppercut, or he can end it up with a straight. Keeps him moving, throws the occasional head kick in there in the mix, keeps you guessing. He also has a pretty good ground game. He can take it to the ground, and he can look to keep position. We haven't seen Yanez's ground game, really. Yanez likes to keep a lot of things on the feet. I think, though, Rob Font got an inch reach advantage. It's just gonna come down to who's gonna be able to land their shit first. Who's gonna have the better counters? Who's gonna come in there with the better combinations? And a lot of heart's gonna have to be shown between these two, man. But this is an instant classic. This is fight of the night right here, man. One of the fight of the night contenders, as I said, man.
100%.
I'm riding with Rob Font. I already told Adrian Yanez,
hey,
you're fighting one of my favorite bantamweights.
We got.
But do me a favor and put it all out there. That's all I ask. Put it all out there. If Yanez beats Rob Font, he has arrived for real.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Now, B, you got me so fired up. We both fucking backed it. I'm going to back the shit talk. I'm going to put $100 down on Rob Font at the plus 152 underdog. I just feel like he's being disrespected. Love the boxing. And I want Font to stress the fuck out and try to show me he's better than this Boston native. There's no way.
Our boy, because Rob Font's been taking some losses. We know Rob Font's taking some losses, but he ain't quit.
Hey,
he ain't quit.
Versus who, though? Font has lost versus who? Upper echelon.
Exactly. Yes.
Yanez, I love you, bro. Just you pay your dues in life, everywhere, anything you do, you start from the bottom and you work your way up. And I feel like you're right at the middle. No disrespect saying you're at the middle. I just feel like this is finally the fight that shows me if you're at the upper echelon of the sport or not, B.
Yes.
So we're throwing down the bet on Rob Font to do the damn thing, the Boston native. The next fight of the night, B. You get the pleasure of breaking down first. It is Gilbert El Nino Burns takes on George Masvidal.
Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
The Battle of Miami is here. Round 2? Round 2 or round 3?
Yeah.
Round two. Okay, because before Masvidal battled for Miami against Colby, wasn't? No, he didn't. But he battled for bragging rights somewhat.
Yeah.
But in Miami, this is the official fight for real though. Gilbert Burns representing Kill Cliff now in Florida. ATT, longtime home of Jorge Masvidal in Florida. These guys are known and seen throughout the mix in the area. Both these boys, man. Gilbert Burns, 21-5, right? 21-5 versus Masvidal's 35-16. Boy. 5'10 versus 5'11. Gilbert Burns with the 71-inch reach. Masvidal with the 74-inch reach. But let's get more into it, though. Gilbert Burns is sitting right now, if I remember correctly. Hold up. Let me get this. Where in the rankings is Gilbert Burns sitting at right now? Hold on. Number 5. And Masvidal's at number 11.
I said 4. All right.
In the rankings. That's fucking insane. But Gilbert Burns, 21-5, man. Dorino has managed to turn things around from being at the lightweight to welterweight. 6 KOs or TKOs, 2 losses by KO, TKO, 6 wins by decision, 3 losses by decision, 9 wins by submission. He's never been submitted in his career. 36 years old, man. 5'10". Representing that Kill Cliff, a.k.a. that Sanford, a.k.a. that 365 Hard Knocks, a.k.a. Black Zillions, a.k.a. there was a name that they had too. I'm trying to remember it. There was another name, but I forget. But it's the same gym. But yo, last out, he beat Neil Magny. Made it look easy and won the first round. Hamza Chimaev, fight of the night. Probably fight of the year during that time. Contender for fight of the year. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson handled him unanimous decision. Kamaru Usman he lost to, but he beat Tyron Woodley before that and knocked out Damian Maia. In the mix, he's been doing a whole lot of grappling. Our boy stays active.
Active.
We talking about IBJJF championships, grappling championships, ADCCs, you name it. I don't know what. Yeah, you name it, he's been in it as far as jiu-jitsu is going. He's been in it.
The ABCs of jiu-jitsu, this motherfucker's about it.
Monster grappler, improved greatly in his hands. I love his right hand. Oh my God. But his check left hook, that little left hook he likes to throw, when he takes that one step to the side or one step away, whoo! The people he has slept with that hook. Shit. But he's going up against the boy, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, 35-16-0. And I like to give a shout out to Jorge Masvidal because he saved the weekend last weekend with that Gamebred. It might, it was a little expensive for pay-per-view, but if you managed to get a chance to watch it, it was a very entertaining card. It was more entertaining than the boxing, I think. More entertaining than the PFL card last week. I'm sorry, PFL, but I gotta be honest.
100%.
Yo, Masvidal's 38 years old, 5'11". We already talked about the reach. Representing American top team. Been there for the longest of the longest. 16 wins by KO. Only been knocked out twice in his career. Technically knocked out. We know Kamaru Usman was one of those. Submission. 2 wins by submission. 2 losses by submission. And we know Toby Amato was one of those. Yeah, 17 wins by decision, but 12 losses by decision as well. Currently riding a 3-fight losing streak where Colby Covington beat him last. That was last year, March. Oh, shit, yeah, somewhere around this time. Yeah, about a year ago. Usman beat him twice. He beat up Nate Diaz. He beat Ben Askren. The knockout of the century. He beat Darren Till in London. Fuck. But yeah, quick. He's fought a lot of other guys in between. Now, let's talk about it. Gilbert Burns, really good. Gilbert Burns got the jiu-jitsu aspect here. We could already scratch that Gilbert Burns will have the ground advantage. But Jorge Masvidal can scramble. He can scramble. He has a scrambling ability. And let's put in consideration, Jorge Masvidal looked great on the scale. He looked good. He's fit. He's ready for this. Masvidal got ill boxing. That's what I want to see. Is he going to force Gilbert Burns to get into these striking exchanges? Will Gilbert Burns fight the easy way? Fight the easy path to victory and just go in there, tag him a little bit, and get the takedowns? Or will he end up getting charged up by the crowd and Jorge's trash talk and try to get into striking exchanges? If that's the case, I fear for his life if he does that. Because if he does that, then he's going to get ate up. Because Masvidal could throw hands. Masvidal is a monster. But if not, then, man, Gilbert Burns gets this easy. This is one of those fights where I am nervous. I'm very nervous for Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, I know.
Gilbert should get this easy on paper. Odd reason, I feel the sense that Masvidal might be able to pull off some ridiculous crap. I'm in the mindset where I'm like, yo, my brain says Gilbert Burns. My heart says Jorge Masvidal. For some odd reason, I feel either he's going to come out guns blazing to get Gilbert Burns out of there, or Gilbert Burns is going to give him something that he could counter off of, and he puts Gilbert away. But it all depends on Gilbert's approach in this fight.
I agree.
So that's how I am. Brain says Gilbert, heart says Jorge.
See, my heart says Jorge too, but does George's heart say like him? Like he didn't even show up in shape. He's got a fucking belly that I've never seen on him. Dude looked like he ate more Big Macs than I've ever fucking seen come from the McDonald's app. I love me some George Gamebred Masvidal. I even have his first Gamebred shirt. It's so easy, the Easy Money shirt. So I don't, I don't want to get twisted. I don't love him. I just don't think he's all 100% there between the fucking his own organization that he's building, between Colby fucking suing him for being a pussy. There's so many things in his way. So it's like I want to say as a savage, I'm gonna go George, but my heart tells me, like my real soul tells me, fucking Burns is gonna be able to smother him and rape him for 3 rounds.
Saying.
End up winning a decision. It's not going to be the best thing you've ever seen, but it's most likely going to be Damian Maia versus George times 2, and maybe not even as exciting. But with that said, I'm going Gilbert Burns. I think that George didn't show up in shape, and because of that, I cannot put my heart in George because he did not put his heart in George. With that said, the main event of the night is between Alex Pereira takes on Israel Adesanya, the style bender, for the second time. And you've heard me in the past here on Cope's Corner. Way before Alex got here, I loved Israel Adesanya's kickboxing, his striking. I gloated about him. I raved about him. I bet on him. We won a bunch of money on him. Now, Alex Pereira came. I had told you from the beginning I was on his train. I loved him. I bet on him last time he fought Israel. We cashed that bet, and it will be no fucking different this time. Alex Pereira has had more time to hone the trait. He's had more time to become a better expert. I mean, Israel has been good. I haven't seen something spectacular, been improving in a long time. Since he fought Gastelum was the last time I'm really impressed with him. I really feel like Alex Pereira is the real deal. I feel like he is going to be able to get this done this weekend again and retain the and still. For some reason, I cannot find the odds on this right now. I've fucking why Best Fight Odds doesn't have it on here is baffling to me. And I know I smoke weed and I know I drink during the show.
The UFC on the UFC site, they have the odds.
That's fucking crazy.
This probably changed, but it was 115.
Okay, that's
135.
That's what I have on Tapology, but I like to have the most recent odds so that you guys are like, you fucking lied, bro. You fucking threw down the bet. It wasn't 115, dude. It was fucking even in my book. And I fucking can't believe you fucking lied to me and told me that it was 115. That's the pussy shit that I get. That's the pussy shit that I get on my fucking timeline, in my messages, when I say stuff when it's fluctuating 15 cents on the dollar. Little fucking Girl Scouts, fucking ABCDQR fucking ST little bitches. So, with that said, I'm going down on Alex Pereira. I think he does the damn thing. I think he's too fucking mean, too fucking clean. He has the mental edge over Israel, and I'm going the same way I did last time.
Yeah, why did
going $100 plus 115 for Alex Pereira to do the damn thing.
Yeah, that's weird. Why don't they have odds for that?
I don't know. Though? They're fucking stupid. So please go to Best Fight Odds, check it out, and see for yourself. I'm not just fucking some drunk guy who smoked weed. I literally usually know what I'm talking about.
I just checked Best Fight Odds.
I know Best Fight Odds made me look like a total asshole, so I had to make Israel Adesanya took like an asshole. So it is what it is.
Okay, so I'm using Fight Odds. I'm on Fight Odds.
But
so they got anywhere between plus 120, baby. Minus 140 to.
Hey, I got that Native American blood in me from my mama from the Flores side of Mexico. And I'm going with Alex Pereira to do the savage shit against this motherfucker.
You know what I hate? I'm going to tell you what I hate. No. What I hate.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, even one of this, was it Cloud Bet? Plus 122 for Pereira. Minus 135 for Izzy. But yeah, anything goes as low as 102 to plus 122.
Yeah. But either way,
but yeah, they got Pereira as the underdog here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I don't know what to say, dog.
Disrespect.
It's fucking crazy. I don't know what to say, dog.
He knocked the motherfucker out 3 times.
That's the whole thing.
3 times.
He's beaten Izzy 3 times.
He made him his bitch 3 times. You know
2 times in kickboxing. once in MMA, and he knocked him out, or technically knocked him out in both sports. Dog, the thing that's even crazier, Izzy did damn near everything right in the first fight and still lost.
Yep.
How? Yo, how? That's the one thing in a fight where you did everything right. If there was one thing that he didn't do, he didn't go. Well, he couldn't because the time was over. But also, he didn't quite follow up on what he did to him in the first round. He let him breathe. He rocked him badly in the first round, and he didn't go for the kill in the second round. If there was anything that he did wrong, was that. Yeah. Other than that, he did everything right. He went for the takedowns. He managed to control him on the ground, but he didn't quite pummel him as much as he should have, probably. But he did control him, and he hit him. He worked him. Then slowly this dude just came out ferociously and started landing. His power carried through the fifth round.
Yes, it did.
Alex Pereira's power carried through the fifth round.
Wild.
What?
And we're getting plus money on the guy again. You guys are disrespecting
what are we doing?
Dumb.
So now this dude, Israel Adesanya, has to hype himself up, has to pump himself up to go in there and fight this man. And you know when you're getting pumped up, if it's not composed, if it's not controlled, you're going to make mistakes. And you can't afford to make mistakes against this guy, Alex.
Nope. It's crazy.
This fight doesn't go the distance. That's all I'm going to say. This fight doesn't go the distance.
Nope. Someone's sleeping.
Somebody's going to sleep, and they might go to sleep within the first 3 rounds. I'm saying that right now. This may end within the first 3 rounds. Because Alex is talking about he knows what he has to do. And Izzy's there talking about, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. If he's going in there overly emotional, he may end up like that dude that Pereira knocked out in the LFA, man.
Hey, shit. He got that submissive dog collar on his neck. He gonna look like a little bitch, maybe. You know, I don't know.
Dog,
I'm just saying.
Dog, its brain says this fight right here is saying brain says Alex, heart says Izzy.
I know.
And Izzy beat my dude Kelvin. He beat my dude Romero. He beat Cannonier. I respect his kickboxing skills, but boy, oh boy, if he loses this one, this shit gonna hurt him bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna haunt his soul, bro. If it hasn't haunted him already, it's haunting him badly after this one if he loses. But yo, yeah, man's wearing a dog collar talking about when I take the collar off, I'm about to unleash. Like that Jet Li movie. That's what he's doing, like that Jet Li movie, Unleashed.
I'm just tired of it. It's so gay. It's gay. It's beyond gay. I'm done with it.
Yo, so dog. Right now we got the PFL. The PFL, what is it? The PFL, the second season, well, the second event, PFL 2, with the women featherweights and the heavyweights. That's what's going on right now.
Is that going on right now? Nice. You want to shoot out your where you're going to be this weekend and what for the people? There's a couple questions in the live chat. You guys really want to pay attention to right now. If you want to watch the fights without having to pay anything, make sure you download the OK Live app and tune in to Mr. B. This way. I don't know.
Yes.
My thumb won't go that way.
Download the OK Live app. And follow the boy, Mr. B. That's me right there. MISTERB. I got a picture of Laura Sanko. So she's in the gym. That's the profile pic because the other account I got locked out on. If you're trying to ask any other questions for the show, or you just want to ask one of us, you know what I mean, whatever, I'm on Twitter. New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986, man. And you know Mike Copenhaver, Kopeskornermma MMA. You find that on Twitter. He's on Twitter. He got a YouTube. He's on Facebook. He does the damn thing. You know the deal.
No,
Let's
we
go.
do.
Let's go.
But,
Fight
hey,
picks and all that fun stuff.
so I really can't thank you enough, Mr. B, for being here for this week of this Cope's Corner. This was an absolute phenomenal episode. We've had so many fans from all across the globe tune in. I
Word,
really
man.
can't thank you guys all enough for liking, subscribing, and showing some love to the Cope's Corner. Me and Mr. B, the KOP, doing the damn thing. Really makes us makes the show what it is. We do this for you guys. I mean, me and Mr. B could bet by ourselves, but we have a lot of people who trust in us and like our leans and like everything that we do. And we like you too.
Indeed.
So until next week, until next time, let's fucking roll, cash these bets, baby.